Spirit guides, the universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Sagittarius' highest good. How is Sagittarius feeling in this third week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Sagittarius is feeling, first of all, please. That was strange, the way they jumped out of my hands. That is a very strange combination, Sagittarius. We've got the Wheel of Fortune upright with the Ace of Cups reversed. Let's talk about each card one at a time. See, the Wheel of Fortune upright is a positive thing. The Wheel of Fortune is about the universe giving you a period of good luck, okay? It's surrounded by the 4 fixed signs. You can see there's a shooting star there, okay? So the wheel's upright, it's positive. Things are turning in your favour. It's to do with there being a lack of love. Maybe there was love and now it's gone. Look how nice this design is. I know it's a sad situation, but we can appreciate the art. Okay, so inside this cup, it's like when it's upright, it looks like there's something blooming, like a 4-leafed clover, and there's just so much growth. There's all these root taps at the bottom, lots of water. Here, it's so interesting, it's like an optical illusion, because here it looks like a tree where the leaves have fallen off it, and this is the ground. It's so clever. I love collecting different tarot decks because the designs they're just pure artwork, they're from a beautiful mind, honestly. Yeah, so something that the love is gone, the love has died here. Look at this cat as well, we've got a black cat for good luck. We've got the devil at the bottom. If that Wheel of Fortune was reversed, you would have the devil at the top and we'd be trapped in a karmic cycle, but we're not, okay? Something that you're recognizing or something that's being exposed is going to cause you to have a cycle of good luck and good fortune now. So I know it's bittersweet, but the universe has got you back now. Thanks for the likes, thank you. The King of Wands reversed. Okay, so the King of Wands upright is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. A king is very masculine. They're very focused, single track minded, laser focused on what is right for, the great good, prepared to make sacrifices, prepared to be assertive, prepared to be pushy, very action orientated, lots and lots of fire, determination, but not being irresponsible with it, moving slowly, taking the time to think and plan, and then taking action, being very divisive. When it's reversed, it's those qualities accentuated in one direction or the other. So the King of Wands reverse could be someone who's being overbearing, um, losing their temper, domineering, throwing down the gauntlet, making ultimatums, pushing people around. There's a difference between being confident and assertive and being arrogant and domineering and overwhelming people in your environment, um, being harsh, you know. Um, or it could be like a pendulum, like in the opposite direction. It could be that you're feeling weakened, that you're feeling more passive, that you've lost your ability to stand up for yourself or go for what you want, like a more passive, weakened energy, like disempowered. So we'll only know by getting another card. I mean, it's not nice to recognise that the love has died, where, once that cup of love was full, that Ace of Cups, now it's empty. But it's like strange, it's like bittersweet, it's like a cloud with a silver lining. Oh, thanks for the loves. I imagine that you'd be disemboldened at the moment from everything going on. I mean, what might force you to be overbearing is anger, resentment, pissed off energy, like, sorry, my voice is still bad. Pissed off energy, like, losing your temper, saying things you don't mean, trying to hurt the person. Like, it's understandable, you're a human and something, really upsetting is happening, like it's rocking your world. So okay, we've got a combination of the Tower reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. Ooh, okay, so if we look at these upright, that would be someone asking for a divorce, causing a tower in another person's life. With it being reversed, I would say that you are absolutely, going out of your way to try and stop someone from divorcing you, trying to stop someone from leaving you, making it highly difficult, physically trying to stop them, financially trying to mess things up for them, giving them what for, like verbally, telling them exactly what you think of them, giving them a good dressing down. Because the Queen of Swords upright that's someone who's sitting in their truth. It's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It can represent a divorce card. But it's a sword of justice, truth, facts, information, communication. And again, it's someone who's sitting in their power. The clouds in the background, it's like all the air, like, I want the truth, I want clarity, I don't want to be lied to, I don't want to be messed around. This would be like, firm but fair kind of vibes. This way, it's more like, right, I'm going to persuade you to stay, I'm going to blackmail you, I'm going to bribe you, I'm going to manipulate you, I'm going to use harsh words, I'm going to give you a right dressing down, or I'm going to block you, I'm going to stop you from seeing your kids, I'm going to stop you from, like, seeing our mutual friends, I'm going to turn everyone against you. It's a nasty energy when it's reversed. It's like bitter, angry, pissed off, hurt. So again, it could be one direction, could be like using communication and knowledge against someone. You're using that intellect against someone, using strategy against someone. Or it could be that we're blocking them, we're putting a wall up and we're like blackwalling them, like blacklisting them against all their friends, like blacklisting them. Or it could be like, if you're trying to stop the tower and you're trying to stop them from leaving, that you're trying to use that silver tongue, you know, and like tell them whatever you think they want to hear, like overly compliment them, you know, tell them things that you know aren't true or anything, like, you know, promise them things that you probably can't deliver, or like, it's very manipulative energy. It's very manipulative. So it's either like angry or silver tongue, you know, but it's like trying to stop the tower from falling. This tower's being brought to you. It's something you don't want. It's something you're trying to hold up so it doesn't fall down. But towers have to fall, okay? They have to. If I'm gonna guess, because I'm not a fly on the wall, you know, there's love lost. I know I've been there. I've been in that situation when someone's, you know, ending my whole future with them, and you do shout, you do cry, you do all of that shit. You try to persuade them to, you know, stay, tell them that they've lost their mind, like you can't understand why they're doing what they're doing. It's just natural. It would be ridiculous if you just were unresponsive to someone, you know, wrecking everything, pulling everything down that you like have established with them. You've got a heart. Let's see who's showing up for you. Hi, Nushka. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords reversed, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles reversed. See, this is someone who's making themselves very single. Hang on, there's another card here, isn't there? 9 of Pentacles is single energy. The 5 of Swords, if it was upright, would be someone that's arguing. They don't want to argue, with the 5 of Swords reversed. The 2 of Pentacles is reciprocity, balance, duality, trying to create equilibrium. The Page of Pentacles reversed is someone that's not offering commitment, they're withdrawing it. And the Hierophant is a card of Taurus. It's the major arcana for Taurus. It can also represent marriage. The Hierophant is, well, you know, wise. They are the teacher, they're no longer the student. So this, I think this is the person that's leaving you. They're making themselves single and they don't want to argue. They want a truce, like they want to be without drama. They could be going towards a Taurus, or they could be, you know, just trying to be the bigger person despite what things are said, you know, what objects are thrown. They're not going to resort to saying anything back. Anushka, you just need to watch your sign or the sign of your person. Guidance will be given to the collective. If you want a personal reading, you can buy a personal reading. You can look at the channel description and find the PayPal link. It's £18 and you'll get 20 minutes or more, sometimes up to 40 minutes, depending on what comes out. It's a bargain, to be honest. Considering like a live Q&A for one question answered, you'd pay £10, £18 for 20 minutes plus all about you. And you know it's just your energy and your person. The one you're wondering about, it's a bargain. The Judgment reversed. There's a call to action that they're avoiding. The Judgment upright, you can see there's an angel in the sky, and there's like a tsunami, there's a huge wave of emotion here, and a forest, and a cemetery, and it's like, we're trying to raise the dead. It's like, come on, wake up, it's time to act, and this person's ignoring it. So I don't know what that's about. In the challenge position, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is someone that means to invest. You know, a knight is someone that's looking to invest time, money, and energy into a new person. They're not showing up as a king or a queen offering, you know, 8 of Pentacles or something like this. They're not doing that. They're showing up as a single person with the 9 of Pentacles, and they want to give one of their pentacles to someone new because they're showing up as a knight, someone that's just getting to know someone, you know, has started dating. That's the challenge. This person wants to date. Let's get 3 for the outcome. The 5 of Cups is in the outcome. Grief, sadness, loss, regret. Okay, so there will be an ending and there will be grief. A grieving period in the outcome. Let's get 2 more for the outcome. The Devil upright, the 7 of Swords upright, and the 5 of Wands upright. The Devil could be a Capricorn. It's the major arcana for Capricorn. However, the Devil is addiction, obsession, codependency, infatuation, doing something that is taboo, it's underhand, it's involves deceit. Like with the 7 of Swords, that is about lying, cheating, stealing, doing things like cloak and dagger. You see how the swords are under the cloak. The one that wants to leave you has got many secrets, okay, and it's going to cause chaos when these come out. The 5 of Wands is conflict. It can be internal conflict, it can be external conflict, okay, and it's to do with secrets, and you know, possibly they're having a whole world like going on that you don't know about, like tip of the iceberg. Family are not going to, you know, be able to agree with what's happening, what comes out. It's going to cause a lot of conflict in your immediate environment and your surroundings. Very, very difficult for mutual friends to be loyal. Like, who do they be loyal to? Who do they side with? You know, it makes people reflect on their own circumstances, their own fears, their own desires, hidden desires. Like, it can really rock like the community. Do you know what I mean? Because people feel like they don't know that person, like they've had a whole world going on, or they can feel like it's going to affect their own relationships, like their own marriages and stuff like that. King of Pentacles, upright. So we've got three for the outcome. One's a combination, and it's all about lying, cheating, stealing, obsession, infatuation, conflict. One's a card of grief, and then we've got the King of Pentacles upright, so it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. A king is masculine energy again, so it's someone that's going from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Okay, they've become more settled, more stable, more emboldened, more calm, more sure of themselves. They could have Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn in their chart, or they could be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. It's someone who likes stability, they like financial security. They could have a home, they could have children. They could have like a high-powered job. It's a very good provider. Someone who is good with money, you know, they're generous to others, they like to spend money. They like to have money in the bank, they like to have a good income, and they like to spoil people. That's their love language. That's upright. It makes me think of the phrase like getting away with murder. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like this person is trying to get away with something. And it's causing absolute chaos. You're showing up as the King of Wands, as fire energy. They're showing up as King of Pentacles. So two alphas going head to head. But you're also showing up as the Queen of Swords reversed. So it's like with the Tower reversed, like you don't want this. You absolutely don't want this. Like you don't want this to end. I'm just thinking, is that Wheel of Fortune you kind of... No, I was going to say, like, is it you getting over this person? Like, is it your love being lost for this person where you were feeling weak and devastated, now you're just angry and it's helping you to get over it? I don't know. I mean, it does move to grief in the outcome. Let's get a no contact message, because it's so wild how you can be living with someone for years and then suddenly it's like you don't talk to each other, you're not part of each other's world, you're not supposed to communicate or like see each other, and it's crazy, isn't it, how it changes like that. Well, it's likely that you're not in much contact with each other if all this has gone down, because I'm doing this reading a bit late on, aren't I? Lost. I feel lost without you. They are. It's not like they're coming away from this unscathed. Like, it is a loss to them to leave this. What's the nature of this connection? Oops. It's like I'm throwing the cards out today. Have faith. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Letting go, if someone leaves you confused more than support, why can't I read this? If someone leaves you confused more than comforted, you need to reassess their access to you. You are enough. The person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. So if they're kind of telling you, like, look, you're the reason that we're having all these troubles, or you're the reason I wanted to leave, or I feel confused, or I don't know what I want, you know, like, that's bollocks, and you need to protect yourself from that. I was talking about this yesterday, like, sometimes when people cause an ending, they have second thoughts about it, but it's because they suddenly, like, it washes over them, like, what they've done, you know, and, like, they won't be able to do X, Y, or Z anymore, like, whether that's, you know, have sex with you, or say I have a wife or husband, or this is our family home, or, like, you know, they didn't get to say those things anymore. They didn't get to see all your mutual friends anymore. They didn't get to, like, play the victim card anymore, if that's something they were used to doing. It's strange because it's, like, about having faith, saying about making this relationship flourish, but then we've got difficulties, jealousies, obstacles. Then we've got letting go, and you are enough. Reassess their access to you. Someone will love you just as you are. You don't need to change to, like, keep this person. Yeah, nah. What the hell is that? Is that person being, like, defensive and shit? That's weird energy, that. That's very strange. That's really weird. Closed off, not emotionally available, distracted, hurt in the past. See, you may find, like, this person's just, it's so odd because you're like, well, I'm stood right here, we're doing our thing, and yet you seem to be in your own world half the time, or, you know, not in the same room as me. When you're physically in the same room, your mind's somewhere else, or, like, you seem preoccupied or distracted. Or this person's always had an issue with, like, making themselves emotionally vulnerable to you, talking to you about their problems, they always shut down. That's just, like, being a long-standing, you know, issue in the relationship. Like, maybe they're the person with the issue, but they, like, sort of like to blame you. Clouded vision, recognise and discuss red flags or areas of concern. There's been teething problems, like long-standing ones, in this relationship, in this marriage. They've never quite been solved. Silence is its own kind of confession. So it's like sometimes you're questioning this person and they sort of blow you off, or yeah, they don't feel like they need to explain where they've been, or you ask them sort of direct things and you get, like, you know, radio silence, like it's as if they didn't hear you, so they're just acting like you never spoke in the first place, or, you know, they heard you but they just don't answer because they'd rather say nothing than be forced to lie or something like that. kicked to the curb. That's mad how they're different decks, but it looks like the same person. Sorry, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like the same person? Someone's been trying to leave, or feels like, you know, they always got left. I don't know. There's something to do with abandonment. I don't know whether they feel constantly abandoned or they constantly abandon people. I don't know. They've got, you know, abandonment issues, like they panic. Is there something to do with childhood? Make a list of why not. What an interesting thing to come out. Like, maybe it's like make a list of why it's not a good idea to hold on to this, or make a list of why it's not a good idea to let the tower fall. You know, because if your list contains like what's best for everyone else, that's not good. If your list contains what's mostly best for them, that's not good. Your list should be about, you know, things that are best for you. Like, if it's a list of why I must not let the tower fall, yeah, because the kids will be upset or something. That's not what's right for you. You can't live like in a mausoleum with no kind of joie de vivre, feeling lackluster, feeling like you question your whole life decisions. It's gonna fall apart anyway once you do that, because you're just living like a ghost in your own reality. Do you know what I mean? Like a ghost in your own home. If it's making a list of why not to hold on to this person, you know, it's like, well, that's not best for me. It's not really being authentic. It's not gonna help the children, because they're gonna feel the atmosphere in the room. They're gonna overhear conversations like through different walls. Like, all you're doing is isolating your kids from you when you do that. If it's like, oh, why it's not good to hold on to this, because I don't want this person near me if I feel like they've been dealing with someone else, or they're already in love with someone else, or there's been a crossover period of some sort. You know, that's fine, isn't it? Because they've broken a vow. You're justified in leaving a marriage. It's not that you've failed at something. It's that the marriage failed. Like, that's just a thing. A marriage is a piece of paper. The piece of paper failed. Like, you've tried what you know, you've done what you could. You've tried to do your bit. You've done your bit. It's not on you if something doesn't work out. Yeah, like the marriage failed, you didn't. It's not always a good idea to like ask other people what they think about stuff, because they're kind of looking at it from, you know, their different childhood, their different culture, their different religion, different generation. I have grandparents that stayed married. You know, they hated each other's guts. It was a big mistake, all because, you know, they were made to feel like society wouldn't be okay with it. Um, that is prehistoric. You know, like, we're not that generation. It's not what you tell your kids to do. It's not, because people spiral downwards when they're unhappy, like where they are. You don't forsake your own happiness because it makes everyone else feel a bit more comfortable with things, because they're not having to live your life, are they? They're not having to lie in a bed next to someone who's been sleeping with someone else, not having to lie in a bed next to someone who, like, goes to sleep without giving you a kiss and a cuddle and turns over and moves away from you, and, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're not having to live your life. So they don't get to decide. They just need to accept the information and be supportive. We're not asking for their opinion. This is what's happening. Be supportive. Yes, it sucks. It sucks for me. Like, you don't need to make it about yourself. Focus. Focus your energy. Your intentions hold great power. Okay, so if you really focus on this situation, you pull yourself together, you think, okay, I'm accepting what's happening, and these are my terms. You know, this is what I want, this is what I need. I know people who are going through this, who've gone through this. I was a fantastic person before this, and I'm a fantastic person after this. I'm still me. I was me before I was married. You know, like, this is my journey. I accept it. Like, just fucking reframe it, okay? Because it's your choice, like some people choose to say, but this person actively is excited about investing into something new. They've not cheated one time and regretted it and they're begging to be with you. They're excited. They're literally excited to make a life somewhere else. So the cup's empty, you know, the love is gone. This is expired. So it's about being proactive. It's about being that fire sign that you are. Sagittarius is the archer, right? So you steady yourself, you get a hold on your emotions, you pull, you know, you pull that bow and arrow, you aim, and you fire for what you want. So you need to focus now on what is the next goal. What are your set of goals that you're going to create for yourself? Good, that is your personality, that is your character, that is your, that every fibre of your being is about that. You're very good at that. Casting spells, the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe I attract more of, so I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now when I speak to others, through my words I'm casting beautiful spells. Okay, so you are the magician, you are the archer, you are going to hunt, you know, and decide what it is you want, go for it and make it happen. You've always lived your life like that and you're going to continue to be that person. This doesn't change you and who you were before this happened, and it's going to tweak and define who you are after it, transmute it into determination, passion, energy, you know, a fantastic present and a fantastic future. Like, transmute it, reframe it. work with it. A loved one from the past will re-enter your life. There may be someone that you loved many years ago, or someone that you just fancied many years ago, or someone that is a friend of a friend or a sibling of a friend. You know, I don't know, someone you turned down to be with this person that you're now divorcing. There's someone waiting in the wings that's going to either be brought to you, and it's going to be like something not in their control, not in your control, or they're seeking you out when they hear that this is going down. Right, so we've got a couple here. 101 starting over. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference. Failures, personal or spiritual development. I mean, it's perfect for this reading. Happiness is linked to self-expression. Growth and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. I mean, that is just perfect. Spirits picked that out for you. 777, good luck. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. Divine intervention with the Wheel of Fortune. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share, yet you'll need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. This is going to be the making of you. Your comeback after this is going to be what everyone just admires you for, like how you carry yourself, how you handle yourself, what you make of yourself. You're going to prove that completely, independently, you are able to like grace the floors of every building, every street, every park, looking great, feeling good, doing well. And it doesn't matter like about this. This is just like the past. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take away who you are, it kind of almost allows it to shine out. You get to prove yourself, and it's not that you have to, it's just that you will, because the way that you do life, because you're a fire sign, because you're unrelenting, because you're spirited, because you're a go-getter, you're completely driven and like successful and attractive, sexy. If there was like intrinsic problems with this person making themselves vulnerable emotionally, guess what? You get to let go of it. It's not your shite to deal with anymore. You don't have to try and work with that anymore. You don't have to compromise your happiness for anyone anymore. Like, something quite invigorating about that. Something quite rejuvenating about it. So I think I've pulled everything for you. Oh, hang on, let me get you a divine timing for a new love. Because it may not be in your heart and in your mind right now, but you could have had a belly full of this person and think, well, maybe at some point I will want someone else. Right now I'm going to do me. Or some of you may be like, thank fuck for that, like, finally. I'm free. More patience is required. Okay, so I think for now, you are on a spiritual journey. You're going to go through an ascension, it's going to be the making of you. And people are going to literally, like, it's going to raise eyebrows because I'm going to be impressed by how you come out of this. With dignity, with grace, with success. You're going to do you, you know? Okay, so let's leave that one there. We're going to move on to Capricorn next. I hope you liked this reading. I hope it resonates. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. Remember, someone's going to enter your life, a loved one from the past. You're casting spells, you're focused. Hype the channel, please. Support the channel as much as you can in as many different ways as you can. It's a new channel. I started it just over a year ago. So we're doing very well, actually. We are approaching 3,000 watch hours. So I'll be able to do memberships. I can teach you about tarot. I can do you, like, if you're a member, I can do like career, education and finance readings, Native American Indian medicine wheel readings for your health, your well-being. They're very, very popular, career and finance and Native American Indian medicine wheel. But I imagine some of you want to know more about the tarot cards. I mean, I always explain what they mean because I think I can't really make sense of it myself without going through that process. It's like a think aloud, you know. But it's also like helping you to learn how I'm arriving at those conclusions as well. Like, we're in it together, aren't we?